Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. I know we went 1-3 last week. I know we're 5-6-1 on the year, which is why I love you for coming back, because you know we're going to make money. And don't you love the idiots that tweeted and complained on Sunday that we were 0-3? So what? We were 1-0 on Thursday night with our 2-minute drill. We've gone 3-0 the past 2 Saturdays in a row with our college football picks. I even gave you 2 underdogs in baseball the last 2 days, including the Cubs losing to the Brewers. So why aren't you logged onto the SBR forum yet? I don't know. And one more thing, for everyone that complained that we were 0-3 Sunday, do the math. We've had 2 winless weeks out of 149. So if you trusted Geno's Picks, you laid up big on the Green Bay Packers because you knew there was a 99% chance you were going to cover. So to everyone who was complaining we were 0-3, let me just say this. You're welcome. Now, let's get to the picks. My first pick, the Jags are getting 9 from the Colts and Indy. Wow, what has happened to the Colts? Maybe they need to be playing teams with questionable ball inflation because they haven't looked good since the first half of the AFC Championship game. It's gotten to the point where there are stories coming out that this could very well be Chuck Pagano's last season. He doubts he'll return. Hey, Chuck, don't get ahead of yourself. You have to make it to the end of this season. And why are we even surprised at how poorly the Colts are playing and Andrew Luck's day-to-day with a shoulder injury? How can you expect to get better when your idea of going out in free agency for bowl security is getting Andre Johnson and Frank Gore? The only thing that benefits is your social security. They're old. It's 4 weeks in, and I am telling you I am not buying the Indianapolis Colts, while the Jags, if their receivers can stop dropping the balls, and my money could very well give the Colts a run for their money this Sunday. Because all Chuck Pagano is doing with the Colts is exactly what he did with his cancer. It took him 7 months to put each one of them in remission. Take the Jags and the 9 you're getting. My next pick, the Bengals are giving 4 to the Chiefs in Cincy. So you're telling me the Chiefs, who basically played 6 days ago and lost to the Packers by a score that I think was 31-7, before the Packers were more than happy to let Andy Reid and company score on their patented 20-minute drives that kill the clock on themselves, are only getting 4 from the Bengals? Then feel free to take my money, Vegas, but don't kid yourself, because the Chiefs are a terrible offense, as evidenced by the fact that people have finally stopped saying Alex Smith is a game manager. He's about 2 weeks away from being an equipment manager. And if you want to know how good Aaron Rodgers is and how bad Smith is, look no further than Monday night, when Rodgers threw 5 TDs and had 333 yards, and no one was surprised by that. They were amazed by the fact that Alex Smith finally threw a TD to a wide receiver for the first time since week 13 of 2013. But did you know that the Chiefs and Smith kept an even more staggering stat, in fact, in tow, in whatever you want to call it? They have not scored a TD in the 2-minute drill in 62 games, because Alex Smith has no downfield vision, and even down 24 points in the second half, he was still dumping the ball off to Niall Davis and Jamal Charles. Maybe Smith shouldn't play quarterback as much as he should play on the defensive line, because no one is better than him at hitting running backs behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Hill just needs to hold on to the ball, and this game is a blowout. Take the Bengals, lay the 4. You ready? The Packers are giving 9 to the Niners in San Fran. Colin Kaepernick keeps getting better at giving me material. Another first last week as Kaepernick became the first player in the history of the NFL to ever throw a pair of pick sixes in the first 6 minutes of a game. Look, I said it the day he was caught in a Miami Dolphins hat, and Colin has done nothing but prove me right ever since. Colin Kaepernick knows everything. He's so smart they should call him Colin Copernicus. And when you already know everything, then you can't be taught anything, which may be why stories have come out that the Niners keep shrinking the playbook down to accommodate him. But all I ever see is the offensive coordinator reading the same page 1 of the book to him on the sideline after every pick 6 when he points at running back Carlos Hyde and yells at Kaepernick, "See Dick, run." Oh, and Captain Pick will be facing Aaron Rodgers, who has the best TD to INT ratio of any quarterback ever by far. Take the Packers, lay the 9, get a deposit slip. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night betters. I like to keep it 1 in a row, keep the streak going. Detroit is getting 9.5 from Seattle. The Seahawks offense did not impress me in a game against the Bears team that has all but gone into hibernation. How obvious it was that John Fox wanted nothing to do with this game at one point when he was down 20-0 in Seattle territory, facing 4th and 1, and he punted. Oh my God, they didn't want anything to do with that game. And as bad as Jimmy Clausen is, he didn't have a single turnover. The only turnover in Chicago all weekend was George Halas in his grave. The Lions have been a very good offense, and I just don't see Seattle blowing them out with Russell Wilson in this offense the way it's been playing. The only way they're going to kill the Lions Monday night is if they bring a dentist with them. That's why I'm loving the Lions, and I'm taking the 9.5. Those are Geno's picks.